Cari amici sportivi, welcome to another edition of Red Card Weekly. One man short this week, but still be able to provide you guys with some entertainment. I am one of your hosts, Vince. Nella gioia e nel dolore, sempre Forza Milan Tavernese. To my left, my co-host, Francis. Nel dolore e nel dolore, sempre Forza Inter. And to my right, sono ancora deluso, ancora incazzato, ma sempre innamorato di te, Milan, Steve Polillo. Welcome, guys, to this week. So what do we got on the tables? We could probably start with some Serie A. We're going to go through the scores. Parma 1, Fiorentina 1, Juventus 2, Chievo 0, Sampdoria 1, Torino 1, Udinese 2, Milan 1. Atalanta 1, Palermo 0, Inter 0, Siena 2, Catania 0, Napoli 0, Bologna 1, Pescara 1, Lazio 0, and Genoa 1. So those are your scores from the Serie A.
And yes, everybody, another tough week for both Milan clubs. There's not too much bragging. I think it's going to be a long year for both of us. And let's start with Milan Udine, guys, because that's the game that was presented on TV this week. Milan started brightly. And all of a sudden, within 15 minutes, all of a sudden, everything seemed to collapse, and Udine took over the game. What happened, guys?
You want to start off? I'm still feeling a bit emotional from the game.
Cari Milanisti, very, very tough week again this week. Master Allegri didn't have the opportunity to get that vital win to save his career. Last week I said he will not last till Christmas. This week, I am saying he will not last till Halloween. It was terrible. From the beginning, yes, we created some chances against the Udine team that pretty much gave all their players to Juve. And Wheeling starts from scratch again. And
let's look at it this way. If we got to take it back to last week with Champions League, with Allegri, yes, it was bad with the substitution that he made, the formation, but I'm trying to look at stuff positively, even though today was not a positive result, obviously. But we did have a 4-3-3 formation. We had Montolivo creating a little bit more. Nothing to his majestic best, obviously. But looking at the different kind of, like, we had those situations the first 10 minutes. And then when we came back, and that goal was totally, I don't know, you put on Abbiati, you put on Mexes, he just didn't jump. Then we had a great chance where we scored. El Shaarawy, what a goal! This kid, you know, he's just a bit more space and a bit more time. We're going to be gelling. But once again, I still can't understand why we're keeping Bojan on the bench. I know we got a game Wednesday, but it's still not the result, but still a bit of positive to take.
I have to disagree. I'm
trying to be positive.
There's no positive. All the things that have been said, yes, but they're all little things that we're picking out from. Like as if we would be watching. I don't know. If we would be watching Genoa, we'd pick out these things.
Okay,
we are Milan.
I agree with that. We still have to start somewhere. First 15 minutes, Milan plays well. Montolivo seems to give a certain increasing passing rate to the team. They get the ball moving. They're getting chances. All of a sudden, Guidolin goes from a back three to a back four. Allegri never adjusts to the movement. So now, the players are partly to blame, but now Allegri had to do something because he saw his players were reacting at some point. He had to do something. What took him so long to actually do something about it? Guys, I see your despair.
Yes,
so for you guys, Allegri's out now.
We have a box of Kleenex anywhere here. I might bust into tears.
I have to say that Allegri I think he's just overthinking himself, and he misses the opportunities to take a chance to change the team. And
considering the situation in Milan, shouldn't Galliani be honest with the fans? Say, listen, let's build a project this season. Be honest. Are they thinking it back in the backseat, saying, listen, we know we don't have a strong team, but they're going out publicly saying, yes, this is the team we're going with, and we have a good team. They're trying to convince people. Why doesn't Galliani just come out? Be honest. They remind me a bit of the Canadians. Oh no, we can't say we're not competing and we have to be competitive. The reality of the situation, guys, Milan has to rebuild right now.
We do have to rebuild, but I did say last week that I'm still going to wait until we get everybody back healthy and see what the squad looks like after a couple of games with everybody healthy.
So then
we are rebuilding 100%, but like Steve was saying, we are Milan, and
so this is not the full problem then. You're still blaming the injuries and...
I'm not saying I'm blaming the injuries, but it's hard for me to come up with a unbiased situation. And guys, let's remember one thing. Seriously, it's 4 games into the season. May I remind everybody, yes, we had a better team last year, but we had 5 points in 5 games last season. So until it hits, honestly, for me, mid-November, like just a couple of weeks before the winter break, then I could definitely say, you know what, this season, Butamalak, we're rebuilding, and we'll go from over there. But I definitely still have hope. We're always going to have hope. We are Milan.
Vince, I have to give it to you, because you always try to find something positive with Milan. I have to give it to you.
Always got to look for something
I
positive.
want to look at it that way. I saw Inter last year. I think Berlusconi has to stop thinking about with his patch, il club più titolato al mondo.
We are the club più titolato al
Stop
mondo.
thinking about, take the patch, scrap it in the garbage, and try rebuilding that team. Because Milan is far from that club right now. They're a third-tier club. So stop living in the past. Live now, Milan. It's time to rebuild. Like Inter, they have a plan. I hope they don't put Stramaccioni out. I really doubt it, because Moratti said, we have a plan, we'll stick with Stramaccioni. It's going to take 2-3 years, and eventually we're going to get somewhere. Milan, do not do the same mistake as Inter. We're patching, keeping the old guys. I just hope you guys do the same thing.
But, excuse me, you guys lost to Siena, correct?
Yes.
Now,
I'm not in denial.
Hold on a second. You're not in denial. But looking at Milan right now and Inter,
Yep.
I would be more worried if I was Inter, because you do have those world-class players where we do not have those world-class players right now. You guys, something's wrong. Something's not gelling. For us, it looks like we're trying to gel, but it ain't going to happen.
We're not playing well. We have the possibility of getting out, because we have that extra talent, that moment of magic. Maybe someone could pull it off at any time to make us win a game 1-0. Anyways, today, getting back to Inter, is there a San Siro curse that none of the Milan teams this year have won a game at the San Siro? How is that possible?
There's a problem in Milan. It's both teams. For the Inter side there, I have to disagree. I think if I'm looking at unbiased, which it's very hard for me to admit, I'd rather be in Inter shoes than Milan shoes. Because Milan, we have these young players, but we have a risk that these young players were over-evaluating their talent, and they might not be that good.
I think we have a lot of similar problems, Inter Milan, in the sense that all our talent is in that top 3 guys up front, top 4 guys up front. Both teams are very shaky at the back.
Because let's say, like you guys, you have a great player in Milito, but if Milito gets hurt, where are you going to go?
We're in trouble.
You're in trouble.
But thank you for giving us Cassano, plus the 7 million, we appreciate it.
Interista diventi pazzo, con
Anyways.
Cassano non vince un cazzo.
Do you think the derby in a couple of weeks can save Milan's season if they win that game? I know we're talking ahead now, but are you looking forward to that game saying, if we win this game, we're back, it's going to give confidence to the team, and
we need more than just that one victory.
I can't remember the last time that I've been this afraid of a derby, because this derby could turn out, there's multiple scenarios. I can give you just the ones that I'm afraid of. First of all, we can get blown out by Inter, because like we said, they're a high-powered attack. King Wesley, Milito, and all those guys, if they start gelling by the derby, and with Milan's shaky defense, we saw today, Mexes, even though he's back, it's not 100%. Zapata, we don't know when he's going to do on Zampata, and he's going to get.
He was not bad today. He was not bad. He was for a first time back. He was not bad.
The back 4 is going to cause us a lot of problems if the big guns from Inter go ahead. And even if they win, it could be just smoke in the horizon for all Milanese, because the problem is very, 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 very severe.
Now, let's get back to real things, guys. The club that we all love, Juventus. They managed to win a game, they rotate the lineup, they still look good, they come up with a score of 2-0 over Chievo, which Chievo is no pushover, but
no.
We have to admit it, Juventus look really good this week.
I would like to do something, since we're all non-Juventine, I would like to do a round of applause for Juventus this week.
Why are we doing a round of applause for
Juventus?
No, I would do a round of applause for
Alright, I'll give it to the Champions League. They got back on track pretty fast, faster than I thought, considering their regulation.
But on a serious note, Juventus, watching it, let's say we take it back to Champions League, they didn't play an excellent game, got to be honest here, but they made, when it needed to count, they made it count. And that's the difference right now what Juventus is doing. Against Chievo, I have to admit, they played excellent, they were very patient. And looking at Quagliarella, and this what brings me to my point. Quagliarella had a great game against Chelsea, had scored those 2 goals. If Quagliarella stays like this and he keeps on scoring, guys, who's leaving in January? Somebody going to take the axe, like maybe a Matri, or Jominko's not playing. If you guys saw him on Wednesday, he was absolutely horrible. Vucinic nowhere to be seen.
I think Vucinic was okay.
Vucinic was okay.
He was
okay.
But compared to what he's capable of doing, Pirlo, no, definitely not.
I think this week was a big statement by Juve.
Yeah.
They had the midweek game in Chelsea, which was very difficult. And like Vince said, they were able to come back from 2-0 down and tie the game 2-2.
They're stacked up.
And this weekend against Chievo, like Francis said, very tough game against Chievo. They always play them hard, and it was a big test. No Pirlo, no Vidal. Vidal just came in the second half, just for security purposes, I guess. And
but let's be realistic, guys. You think Quagliarella is going to maintain this form? This is lightning in a bottle.
But let's think about Quagliarella. In the last couple of years, where did he have the opportunity to be titolare? When he was with Napoli, he didn't play that much.
Is he good enough to be the main guy?
He's not. Maybe not the main guy, but right now he's. Will you put him back on the bench?
I think maybe it could be that super sub that Juve need. He can come on and give you a goal. Look, just like he did in the Champions League. He could be an Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
Anyways, Juventus obviously are a class of their own right now. Another contender, we thought Lazio might be a contender if they would be able to maintain their form. Today they might have deserved better, but they lost to Genoa, so is this a one-horse race, guys?
No.
This early in the season, is it a one-horse race?
I think we all know Serie A from all our experience watching. You're always going to have those bad games all season. You're not going to go 38 games unbeaten. And for me, the way I look at it is that these kind of games for Lazio, for Milan even, get rid of these games beginning of the season, because you don't want to be going where Lazio went last year. They were going bad through a bad spell. I think it was maybe 6 weeks before the end of the Serie A, where everybody got hurt and stuff like that. So you know what, Lazio, they still played good. I watched the game today, and I still believe they are a contender. All depending how they're gonna go from here, but definitely Lazio. For me, I'm still at the still from like the beginning. Lazio, Roma, even though Roma wasn't able to play this week. But
I agree. I think they still are a contender. Just that it's typical Italian teams. Once they have more than one game during the week, they're not deep enough. We don't have the cash, and we don't have the talent. The talent is leaving, or the talent is not coming. But we don't have the talent to do those 2 games a week, and they don't have those players to play twice a week.
That's true.
Once a week, once Europa League, they're gonna get eliminated. Once they're eliminated from Europa League, it gives them that one game a week where they can, all their players are rested, and they'll be able to pick up points on teams that are playing twice a week. That's how the Serie A is. It's almost like a yo-yo.
Anyways, back on Serie A. Anyways, please, people, don't forget midweek games this week. Serie A playing Tuesday, Wednesday, and playing on the weekend. So next weekend on the show we'll have a lot to talk about. Hopefully we'll try to talk about more about the other teams. Fiorentina might show us something. Napoli we might be able to talk about, and hopefully both Milan teams get back into the hunt. And Roma. You know if they're going to make up this game? They're looking to get the 3 points automatically.
I saw Lotito from Lazio saying le punte si vincono sul campo. This is just basically stirring the pot. But yeah, definitely this game is going to be.
But let's face it, it's Lotito.
Yeah, it's true. I always see the Lazio Roma thing.
Lazio are never going to give 3 points. They'd rather give away.
I'm figuring they're probably going to take it over during maybe December or something like that. I didn't read anything. I don't know if you guys read anything saying that they got an actual
They'll
date.
traditionally do what they always do. They'll play an extra game during the week when the other teams are not playing.
There we go.
Anyways, thank you for watching this segment. Please stay with us and watch part 2. We'll be talking about Champions League, Europa League, and of course our classic here on the show, our red card of the week. All right, so see you on the second segment. Thank you.
How much time is that?